Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with TK. Today you guys, we are going to do a wonderful soul food Sunday video. We are going to make some delicious oven baked barbecue sticky ribs, some southern baked macaroni and cheese, you guys. Ooh wee, that crust on that baked macaroni and cheese. And we are going to make some turnip greens. That's right, you guys. And I have some cornbread muffins I made as well. If you guys would like to know how I made this delicious soul food Sunday oven baked barbecue sticky ribs, baked macaroni and cheese southern style, and some turnip greens, then this is the video for you. If you haven't hit that notification bell, go ahead and hit that notification bell before we get into this video so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. Okay, everyone. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to marinate my ribs. Here I have about 3 to 4 pounds of ribs. And I am going to use all these ingredients that are behind me to marinate my ribs with. So let me tell you what I am going to use. I have some vegetable oil, some apple cider vinegar, some liquid smoke, some garlic powder, some black pepper, some barbecue rub. Okay, use any type of barbecue rub you have. I have paprika, celery salt, chili powder, Larry seasoning salt, some Sazon Complete Goya seasoning. Also, I have some brown sugar. Okay, you guys, if you don't have chili powder, you can use cayenne pepper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to season up these ribs. Here I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And when it comes to each of these seasonings, I am going to use about 3 tablespoons of each. Once you finish seasoning your ribs, if you feel like you need more or more seasoning, you can, but trust me, just use about 3 tablespoons of each, okay? Don't go too heavy-handed with that salt. Okay, we always have to be careful about salt. In seasoning up your ribs, you don't want to over season your ribs, but you want to make sure that you season your ribs perfectly, okay? And get that seasoning in your ribs. Use you some black pepper. Make sure that you use the garlic powder. And if you have onion powder, add some onion powder. I ran out of onion powder, so that's why I'm not using any onion powder. The liquid smoke. When it comes to the liquid smoke, I use about 1/3 cup of liquid smoke. Now, if you don't have liquid smoke, you can use Worcestershire sauce. It's not going to give you the smoky flavor, but Worcestershire sauce and soy sauce add delicious flavor to some baked ribs, okay? So use about 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You don't need the whole cup, just the half. Now go in and massage those seasonings, everything that you have, into your ribs, okay? Remember, these are going to be oven baked ribs. They're not going to be cooked on the grill. If they were going to be cooked on the grill, you would never add in vegetable oil, okay? And we're going to marinate these ribs for 24 hours until we get ready to cook them, okay? So now my ribs have marinated overnight. I have them in the pan that I'm going to bake them in. I'm going to go in and add in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to add in about 3 tablespoons of water. That's it. We don't need any more liquid. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, you can use apple juice or you can use the regular vinegar. Okay, you guys? So now cover your ribs with foil. Like you see I have here, cover them tightly. And we are going to bake these in the oven at 350 degrees for 90 minutes. Okay, so now I'm ready to start boiling my noodles. Boil my elbow noodles. So get you a large pot of water, fill it up. Put you about 4 tablespoons of butter and go ahead and add you in your elbow noodles. I'm using 2 packs of the Kraft Deluxe elbow macaroni and cheese. And I am gonna add my own cheese sauce. And I am gonna still use the cheese sauce that came in the pack. So I have here a cup of heavy whipping cream and a 1.5 cups of white milk. regular whole milk. So go ahead and add you some seasoning. That's right. Add some chicken powder, some black pepper, some garlic powder. You don't need to add salt. Salt's gonna come off the cheese and also from that chicken powder, okay? And add some garlic powder as well. And if you really want a little more seasoning, go ahead and add you some Tony Chaché's Creole seasoning or some Louisiana Creole seasoning or some Slap Your Mama seasoning to your cheese sauce. Trust me, it adds flavor on flavor. Here I'm adding in some Velveeta cheese. I'm gonna use about 2 cups of Velveeta cheese. Once your noodles are done, strain your noodles, add you some salt and some black pepper to your noodles, and add you a stick of butter. Not a whole stick, just a half a stick, because you don't want your noodles to stick together. Okay, so now our Velveeta cheese is melted down. I'm gonna add in 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. I had some sliced cheese in the fridge. It was sharp cheddar, so I decided to go ahead and add that sharp cheddar to get it out of the way. It can be useful, okay? If you don't have sliced sharp cheddar cheese, use your shredded cheddar cheese, like so. That's it. I just used it because it was in the fridge and I needed to get it out. Okay, you guys, it's gonna melt down into the cheese sauce as well. So trust me, you can use sliced cheese if you have it, okay? So next I have 1/3 cup of milk. And to that 1/3 cup of milk, I added 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. That cornstarch is gonna help thicken up my sauce. You see that? That's what the mozzarella does, and the cornstarch helps to thicken up that sauce, our cheese sauce for our oven baked macaroni and cheese as well. Doesn't this look wonderful, you guys? Now, if you have some Parmesan cheese, go ahead and add that Parmesan cheese in. Trust and believe you me. We talk about cheese upon cheese upon cheese, cheese to the cheesy cheese sauce for our baked macaroni and cheese. I don't know how many times I need to say that, but when I tell you guys, when you add delicious cheeses to your cheese sauce and seasoning to it, it makes all the difference. So now we have our noodles. I forgot to add in my sugar. You don't have to if you don't want to, but sugar takes the edge off. So add in you about 1 tablespoon of sugar, okay? 2 beaten eggs, because the 2 beaten eggs is what should help your baked macaroni and cheese hold. Because Southern style baked macaroni and cheese, for real, it actually holds together. It comes out like a block. Okay, you guys. So now I'm mixing in my cheese sauce and I'm adding in some more black pepper because I feel like I need more. Add the black pepper to your liking, you guys. Now I have my 9 by 13 inch baking Pyrex dish, and I'm going to spray it with olive oil, okay? Because that's what you need to do. Spray your pan down with whatever type of spray you have, but make sure you grease your pan. Now I'm gonna put down 1 layer of my mac and cheese noodles, and yes, I did add the 2 sauces from that Kraft box in there. And after I lay down that first, I'm gonna add some more of that mozzarella cheese to the layer, and to that layer of mozzarella cheese, I am gonna add in me some Parmesan cheese to that layer as well on top, you guys, okay? So now go ahead and we're gonna add down our second layer of macaroni and cheese with that delicious cheese sauce that we made, you guys. So make sure that you remember you can have a 9 by 13 inch baking dish so that you can have 2 layers for your Southern baked macaroni and cheese, okay? So that you can add that mozzarella cheese in the middle. If you didn't know, but now you know, that mozzarella cheese is what helps give baked macaroni and cheese that delicious cheese pull that we are looking for, okay? So go ahead, and now we're gonna go ahead and add some mozzarella cheese to the top layer, like so. Make sure that we cover the top layer with the mozzarella cheese, as you can see I am doing here. And after you add that mozzarella and cheese to that top layer, go ahead and add you some shredded cheddar cheese. like I'm doing here, okay? Whatever type of cheddar cheese that you like, go ahead and add it, whatever brand. Okay, so now we have it layered, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna add some paprika. It's just for color, you guys. That's our presentation. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. Now go ahead and cover your baked macaroni and cheese. That's parsley. You can add some parsley flakes in on top for decoration as well. Cover your macaroni and cheese. You're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for 35 minutes, okay? Covered. 35 minutes covered in your oven, okay, you guys? Baked macaroni and cheese. Now our ribs are done. As you can see here, after our first 90 minutes of cooking them. Remember, these are 2-hour oven baked barbecue sticky ribs, okay? So now uncover your oven baked barbecue sticky ribs and transfer them from this pan to a pan that has a rack. If you don't have a rack, then that's fine. Just go ahead and pour the juices out the bottom of the pan, okay? Now, we're gonna go ahead and make the barbecue sauce that we're gonna use for our sticky ribs. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's, and that's about 1.5 cups of the Sweet Baby Ray's, and we're gonna use about 1 cup of the honey. 1 cup of honey, and you're gonna mix that together, and this is what's gonna make our sticky ribs. And we are going to spread this sauce for our oven baked barbecue sticky ribs all over our ribs. And this is how you make oven baked barbecue sticky ribs, you guys. You guys are gonna love this. I use Sweet Baby Ray's because that's what I like, but use whatever type of barbecue sauce that you like to make your oven baked ribs. And place your ribs on the rack like you see I have here, and we're gonna throw them back in the oven uncovered. And we're gonna cook these ribs for another 30 minutes, okay? Another 30 minutes, and then your ribs will be done. So now let's go ahead and let's get into cooking these turnip greens. Okay, Soul Food Sundays. These are some recipes that you will like, and these are recipes that we had from our grandparents. I cut up about 5 pieces of bacon, and I'm gonna allow this bacon to cook down. And I'm gonna also saute me some onions along with my bacon while it's cooking down, and some red bell pepper. You can use red bell pepper or green bell pepper, you guys. If I had both, I would have used both, but I just have a red bell pepper. And we are going to stir this, and we're gonna allow these to cook down until that bacon is cooked, okay? And make sure you cook your bacon according to your liking. Some people like theirs really, really crunchy. Some people just like it limp. Okay, so now our oven baked barbecue sticky ribs are completed. As you guys can see, these oven baked ribs turned out delicious. It's raining outside here in Georgia. Yes, it's February the 14th, and it is raining outside here in Georgia, 2021. And it's cold out there, so we can't go get on the grill. So that's why I chose to make these oven baked barbecue ribs. They are tender, they are juicy. It only took 2 hours to make these delicious sticky ribs in our oven. Ooh-wee! Doesn't this look delicious, you guys? I'm ready to tear into it, but I gotta finish cooking, okay? So if you want to add more barbecue sauce at this point, you can. If you just like it the way it is, just leave it the way it is, okay, you guys? So now I am about to finish cooking my turnip greens. In here, I did go in and add in 1 cup of chicken broth. Now the greens are gonna sweat down and make their own juices, but make sure that we have everything at a medium-low heat. We are going to simmer these greens. We don't want them to cook too fast and the juice that we do have come out. Now I'm going to season my greens. Use whatever seasoning you like: onion powder, garlic powder, Creole seasoning, black pepper. These are the seasoning that I'm using, and I'm gonna go in and use some of that Sasson. You see me with that Goya ham packet I'm not going to use it just yet. I'm going to wait till this first batch of greens, the turnips, cook down, because I'm going to cook 2 bags of turnips. Okay, so here's my baked macaroni and cheese. You see that crust on there? That's what most people like when they're looking for southern baked macaroni and cheese. They really like to see that crust, and that's how we give it down here in the South. Okay, you guys, so now we have our first bag of turnip greens cooked down. Remember to stir your greens while they're cooking. These are turnip greens, okay? Stir them up. Now let's get ready to go in and add the second bag of turnips, okay? Make sure that your greens have been cleaned and washed. I forgot to say that, okay? So now we're gonna cook down this second batch of greens, and voila, it has cooked down. It does take a minute, so please don't walk away from your greens. And I'm gonna add in that ham seasoning pack. I'm just gonna show you the seasonings. Also, you can add in some jalapeno peppers if you want to get some flavor. You can add some type of pepper, or you can add in some hot sauce. I went ahead and added in some jalapenos for some hot flavor. Okay, so I know you guys like, didn't you just show us macaroni and cheese? Yes, I want to show you the ribs and the macaroni and cheese together, and that's sitting there to the side completed. So now let's get back to our greens, and let's go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, so that's what I have here, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I'm gonna use a cap full of white distilled vinegar, or you can use apple cider vinegar or white wine vinegar. Just add in a cap of vinegar and go ahead and stir your greens like so, you guys, okay? This adds so much flavor to your greens when you add this in. It helps to cut the bitterness out. Okay, everyone, so our greens are done. Our delicious oven baked ribs, our oven baked sticky ribs are done. Our delicious southern baked macaroni and cheese is done, you guys. Everything turned out wonderful. Everything looks delicious, you guys. The ribs taste amazing because I want you guys to try this recipe. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned to Cooking with TK's channel and come back for another video. Have a great day.